We are in the building, man. It's the one. It's Filmo Mike of 106.1 KMEL. We are live. It's the Wash Your Back podcast, man. We in here for another installment. Big shout out to C-Mac. Big shout out to Duarte. Special shout out to E. McGee holding it down in more ways than one. We in this thing, man. We got a special guest today. Big shout out to everybody that's been supporting us, man. I think we up to about 900. I know we up to 900 subscribers. I got to check it out. I need to be checking that every day. I'm going to be checking that out every day, our subscribers and shit. You feel me? Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me how my interviewing skills going. You feel me? I'm trying to go viral like Shannon Sharp. Anyway, we got my guy here. He go by the name of his Instagram. Your Instagram is Everybody Loves Mike, right?
Yeah, Everybody Loves Mike.
Everybody loves Mike in the building, man. I don't know what's your when people introduce you, what do you go by?
Mike Evans Jr.
Mike Evans Jr. In this thing, man. It's Filmo Mike of the Wash Your Back podcast. Now, we always ask people a question because people are not hygienic and cleanliness is up there with godliness.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So, did you wash your back today?
Yes.
You did?
I did.
Your back. You actually washed it.
Yep, my whole back.
Shout out to my guy, man. We in the building. Mike Evans Jr. on the Wash Your Back podcast. It's Filmo Mike. What's up, man? What's up with y'all? What's up with you? I say y'all because, you feel me, like, I know you part of a collective and things like that, but I know you know, you guys are a collective, so it's everybody doing their own thing. Some dude was on there. I think you got a group in there called Sutro.
Yes, indeed.
I went to Sutro Instruments. I'm like, nigga, did you go to Sutro? He was like, I didn't go to Sutro. For this all love, man. Tell me, man, tell us about yourself and what you do, and you feel me? Just tell us what you do, and then we'll get to family, not a group.
Yes, indeed. So my name is Mike Evans Jr. again. I'm a stand-up comedian, music executive producer, film writer, actor, director.
Wow.
And
you are a Wash Your Back sponsor now.
Yeah.
Wash
Your Back sponsor. Yes. I do too many things. I'm always tired, but blessed to do it.
That's what's up, man. So the main thing you do is comedy.
Yeah.
And then we were talking earlier before we got on camera. You was like, man, like I tried to do a lot of things. I tried to do poetry. I tried to do rap.
Yeah.
What led you to comedy?
Comedy felt the most natural for me. I feel like growing up, I guess I kind of was the class clown, but I was the class clown that could also make the teacher laugh. It wasn't like at the expense of like, oh, I'm gonna fuck up this teacher's class. Can I cuss? My bad.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, sure.
You can. You can cuss.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
So,
no, the only reason I was pointing at you because one thing the teachers used to tell me used to be like, because we got the same name.
Yep.
And I love my name. People that like seriously, people don't know the power of Michael.
Yeah,
it's a powerful name. So when my teachers just say, Michael, you have so much energy, and you just have to use it in the right way. So like was it with you like when you would tell your jokes, it almost like took over the classroom in a bad way. Not like you were a bad student, but like you just had to get your jokes off, and it just took it there, and the teacher was like, no. They shook their hair type of thing.
It's crazy. I think like not even that. Like it was weird. It was like I would write stories in elementary school. I would write stories about pretty much like I would write mini sci-fi movies. Like, and the whole cast would be every student in my classroom, and even the teacher would be
sci-fi.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I would write stories about like how me and my class went to space to like fight aliens and shit. And
you a Power Ranger?
Yeah,
got you.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, and then jokes I would make here and there. I mean, most of it was all performative. Like I remember reading like a screenplay that I wrote too in high school. So, but like as far as class clowns, like in high school, everybody was a class clown. It was like all my best friends were like all funny as fuck, and so I just added on to. It's just some niggas were willing to go farther. Like,
right.
I'm not trying to get suspended, bro. Like, why are we doing this?
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
But but I was funny in my own way though, for sure.
Nah, I mean it's crazy because like when you grow up, a lot of times you be like, you think back and it's like, man, we were all funny, just in our different way.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just a trip. So what was your, like, you said you went to leadership, right? Shout out to leadership. Went to Gateway Gators, man. You feel me? Fuck leadership.
Leadership Griffins.
No, I'm joking.
All day.
What they call leadership? What's your mascot?
The Griffin, which I don't, to this day,
They wanted to call
mad.
us the Gateway Pioneers.
That's
because we were
so
first. Like, it's almost, it reminded me of the Tennessee Volunteers. They call it the Volunteers, Tennessee, the college.
There's a team named the Volunteers.
Yeah, the Tennessee Volunteers. You're not into sports.
Nah, because I was never good, so I was always mad at niggas that were good at sports. Every time I watch a basketball game, like, I hope both teams lose.
What? You're not rooting for nobody.
Nah,
So
every
you're not.
time.
You don't. So then be like, people be like, bang bang Niner game. You have no affiliation. You don't care. It's no big deal.
I care. I care about Bay Area sports.
Civil pride of the
definitely.
sports.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
100%.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like, even
I see you
right
got
now-
the hat.
Yeah, I got
That's a nice hat,
Thank you.
man.
Appreciate it.
Where
know
you
what
get
I'm
that hat from?
I did this, or I went to this like event with Grando, one of the members from Family Matter Group, and he did something with like Hat Club, and they had like these like one of one. I've never seen this.
I've never seen that colorway.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. It looked like jean almost.
Yeah, no,
It's crazy.
yeah,
It's sick, man.
I got it off this event on 3rd Street. It was great, but
How often do you go to 3rd Street? What 3rd Street? You talking about
3rd
3rd Street downtown or 3rd Street?
and
3rd and Newcomb Players Club 3rd Street.
Used to be more often. My grandma lived pretty close to 3rd Street.
Gotcha.
So yeah, but not like every day.
What you think
know.
of Frisco right now? Current state.
Current state of
2024.
Frisco is depressed.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Yes.
In comparison to last year, this time.
Oh.
Because I tell people that, and they be like, you know what? You got a point there. Because I was walking around, real talk, real quick. I was walking around the city during New Year's Eve, and people was out. They was dressed to the 10s. You know what I'm saying? Dressed to the 9s, whatever you want to call it. It was looking good. I'm like, man, the city is kind of picking up. It's starting to get back.
Yeah.
But go back to my original question.
I mean, for me right now, the city, it gets tough because I perform in front of like audiences of people who don't look like me all the time. And so I almost feel like the excitement from San Francisco comes from the artists that are still here holding it down and still reminding us of why we love it so much. I think that's how much I love. I love Bay Area teams just because I was born and raised here, but I love what it brings out of the city. When the Niners were winning, when we were about to win the Super Bowl, the amount of black and brown people you saw mobbing around, just repping Frisco. You saw Frisco tattoos all over again. It felt beautiful, and I really wish we won because
Man,
when the Giants won 2010, remember the shit was just on fire. And
literally.
shit was literally on fire. But there was like a glow. Everyone around you was wearing like bootleg shirts and happy. Didn't give a fuck. Like you just wearing orange. People just, oh man. So I miss city pride, and now I feel like I get city pride the most when my artist friends do well or anything. When I go to a concert, it's like, oh man, look at all these jackets, look at all these jerseys, look at everybody wearing what they want to wear, rather than seeing all my folks across the bridge.
Right.
So, which is, for the most part, that's what it is now.
So hold on. Run that back real quick. You just said your folks will cross the bridge. What do you mean by that? Explain that. What you just said, and then you said your folks will cross the bridge.
Black and brown people across the bridge.
You say it's more lit in Oakland. No, talk.
It's
Talk
hard to
about
say.
it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It is hard to say.
It is. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
See, I'm a little bit older than you.
Yeah.
So like Frisco for me, like I stand in town, and so it's like I love Frisco.
Yeah.
And then people tell me all the time, like, bro, you remind me of San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and that gives me pride. But like, I'm from that era. Like, shout out to Fab, dope era. You know what I'm saying? I'm from that era where it's like I remember the city and how it was and how we were and like how just like it wasn't like, even like, I tell people this all the time, like back in the day, blood, like people like talk to each other in the city. Like you would have, you feel me? Like white people would, like, hey, how you doing this morning? You know what I'm saying? You don't get that now. And I don't know if it's because people, you know, it's the phones. Talk about it, Mike.
Yeah, it's the phones. I think we've never been more, there's never more of a reason to not talk to somebody than right now. It's like, you know, walking down the street, for the most part, it'll be like OGs that like step out of the way to say hi or say good morning or anything. Even the security guard downstairs, I had a whole shop, had a whole beautiful conversation. But it's
we
like,
was just talking about him.
yeah,
That security guard is hella cool.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
cool as hell.
I don't want to cut you off.
no,
Go ahead.
it's good. I was like, Frederick Douglass? Nah. But I
Oh boy, from Samuel L. Jackson movie, that one movie.
Oh my God, Black Snake Mode. Sorry. Lord forgive me.
We you know what? We gonna have C-Mac take a picture because just for this interview, and y'all gonna get what we laughing at.
Yes.
So it ain't behind the scenes. Go ahead, Mike. My bad.
It's all good. But yeah, I mean, I lose it in myself too. I think that's the looking down your phone is a cop out to social interaction for sure. And I think that I try to train myself to be better at not just looking down the phone like, oh, just people walking this way, time to look at my phone. It's just like, but OGs weren't raised with the phone, so they're kind of like, this is more of a tool rather than it is a
Social device to
yeah.
It's not as social as you think it is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird.
Yeah.
You're right. It's really seclusive. You're almost like secluded when you deal with your phone.
Definitely.
Going back to man, bro, I swear to God, bro, I do these interviews and sometimes it takes a life of itself. So when you said, I get what you're saying. When you said Oakland is more lit and it hurts you.
It hurts me every day.
That's a trip, bruh.
It is.
Because man, and I just want to go back to it. Like growing up, like I tell people in the town, I forget my stories all the time. Please forgive me, y'all. Y'all know I be tripping. But listen, my point was, I tell people they be in the town like, man, in Oakland, I be like, man, this is San Francisco Bay Area. Don't forget that.
That is what they call it.
But I love the town. Shout out to the town. I stay in the town. Shout out to Greenside. I stand in the 70s. You feel me? And I love them over there. I be going to the liquor store all the time, bro. But it's a trip, bro. Like I get what you're saying, bro. Talk about that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I love San Francisco to death, but it's just like my barbershop got taken. I used to get cut at New Chicago's barbershop on Fillmore. Fillmore when I was a kid. It was owned by Reggie, but it's just like so many different times in my life where I'm like, I guess in the last few years, like, you want to go have fun? It's like, yeah, sure, we can go. Sorry, let me explain this better.
No, you're explaining it perfectly correctly.
If my friends,
that's what it's about.
If my friends aren't throwing the event, there might not be that many black people there.
Right.
If it's thrown in San Francisco. If I go to a random event in Oakland, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be a lot of black people there.
Yeah.
But the Black Joy Parade, it would be great if we could have it here.
Right.
Ain't no Black Joy here. There's Black Joy in Oakland. I'm seeing, beautiful black people on the walls in Oakland.
But a lot of times they
from
from San Francisco.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. I mean, I moved out to, my family moved out to Vallejo in 2001.
Okay.
And that was too early.
For you?
Yeah.
Well, we moved. Yeah. I moved out. See, I be doing this a lot. I got to work on this. I make it about me a lot of times.
It's okay.
But I compare.
Mike and Mike.
Yeah, exactly. It is. Yeah. It's a Mike show, motherfucker. It's a Watch Your Back podcast, man. Hey, if you want to subscribe and not subscribe, but sponsor. You want to get a sponsor? You feel me? Get your little waterfront, get a little water pick. You feel me? You could do that on this thing, man. It's Phil Mike. We go with Mike Evans Jr. We moved out in like damn near the same year because I graduated L2. You said you graduated in 2013. I graduated L2 from high school. So my senior year, I went to Richmond High.
Oh wow! Okay.
And it's crazy going from Frisco to the East Bay and living there.
Yeah,
it's a trip, bro.
It's very different.
It's very, and now Vallejo is very different from Richmond, and Richmond is very different from Oakland and Berkeley and all the shit. But talk about your experience moving from Frisco to. You said it was too early. Why?
It was too early because 2001. It was like I think my family could have still afforded to stay in or closer to San Francisco, but I was like 7 years old. Our house was really small, like over in Glen Park, is where we were living at the time, and then
Diamond Heights.
Yeah, the Diamond Heights, and so my parents were
we're
like,
not that gentrified, bro.
yeah, that was true. Forgot who I was talking to for a second.
real ones. Listen to the Watch Your Back podcast, man. They all
They're like,
over the
Diamond
bay,
Heights?
all
Okay.
over the world. Yeah, Diamond. They know where that's at, man. There's some good pearl in Diamond Heights.
Yeah. But
Shout out to Diamond Heights. No, I'm joking.
But we moved out in 2001 because I was getting bigger, and we have, I had two older sisters, and so pretty much the house was too small. My parents were like, "Oh, we need to, we don't want Mike to grow up and share a room and stuff like that." So
With his
Vallejo
sisters.
had bigger houses,
Yeah.
and so we went out there, and I just wish we held on a little bit longer. Either move like somewhere close to Daly City because the traffic between Vallejo and San Francisco used to be 45 minutes. If not like half an hour. And now if you try to go between
It's
Vallejo and San
shady
Francisco
as
at like
fuck.
6 a.m,
It's shady as fuck.
it's terrible. It's like 2.5 hours down
Well,
there to get to your job.
That corridor from like Albany and Golden Gate Fields to like
that shit
Emeryville
always
is
traffic.
shady.
It's crazy. I don't know what the fuck do the horses go on the. Anyway, I'm always confused. I'm always confused too at that. There's always traffic right there.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Never an accident. There's just
It's just
drive
traffic.
slow.
Well, you got people going to the city and you got people going to the town.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so
Yep.
and they don't know how to drive, and then maybe you may be going from Richmond to San Jose. Who knows? You feel me? The Bay Area traffic, man. We don't have any updates. Holla at Sal Castaneda for that. Filmo Mike in this thing. Mike Evans Jr. Now
Is there?
we just going everywhere, man. We just it is what it is. Shout out to E. McGee once again. Talk about family, not a group, because it's interesting to me to see like we kind of like you're kind of a millennial, but you kind of not.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of, or are you Gen Z? What's the Gen? He's Gen Z.
I think he's Gen Z. What-
Gen Z.
95.
like,
Yeah, he Gen Z. He Gen Z because I think millennial. Oh no, he
think I might be a millennial.
He a millennial.
I think
Yeah.
millennial-
He may a millennial. I think
95, don't he?
I think it's like 84 to 98 is millennials.
Is it 98?
I think so.
Letting anybody in?
I
No,
think
Letting
so.
anybody.
You googling it right now, Mike? You googling it
Yeah,
right
I'm
now?
Googling right now.
He googling it right now. So it's just interesting that perspective. I watch sports a lot, and one of the things that tripped me out was the Niners' success. So like my generation, we kind of grew up. The Niners was winning.
everything.
This generation now under me, they don't even realize or
Millennial.
you're a millennial.
Yeah, there we go.
So we the same generation. So like, but within that,
Mhm.
sometimes like with the Niners, you kind of used to the losing. So it's always interesting to me, like, 5-10 years behind me, what y'all thinking? How did Family Not a Group come about?
Family Night Group started from basically I created this show, Rent Check. It's a show I put on YouTube out right now. And it combines comedians with rappers, with different actors and different people in the community, all in one show. And I wanted to make a soundtrack to it. So I made Rent Check the album. And with Rent Check the album, I brought in all my friends who make music. Me, I never made music. I never rapped or made beats or anything like that or sang. But all my friends did. So I was like, yo, it'd be dope if I reached out to Afterthought and Baghead. These are both like really great artists here in the Bay who have a lot of connections to different artists as well. And I tapped on them. I was like, would you guys be down to make the soundtrack and to have it be pretty much a group of all this talent out here in the Bay Area? Try to like tap on everybody to see if we can come together and unify. And it happened in like 2021. So a lot of people were isolated for that whole
Right.
year prior.
Right.
And so this is the first time in a long time a lot of people could come together in community and make music. And then from that point, all of us naturally formed Family Night a Group. Afterthought had a show in New York, and he was like, yo, if anybody here in these music sessions for Rent Check, if y'all want to come to New York with me and do rock a show. And the artist that ended up going out there to rock the show ended up becoming Family Night a Group.
Wow.
Yeah. So all kind of was like
You were the brainchild.
a little bit. Yeah. I didn't say
You started it.
my whole
He
group
started it.
No.
They're gonna be like, you ain't part of our group no more. You ain't family.
No, but it's a trip, and it was built off a lot of old friendships too. Like a lot of us had been in groups with either each other or or just know each other just from growing up in Frisco together, or just had made music with each other back in the day. And so a lot of mutual friends mixed with.
But the Rent Check album isn't everybody that's in Family Not a Group.
Damn near.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, damn near. It's like most of us, minus maybe like we have a DJ, a clothing designer, one singer who is
It's a collective of just artists.
Yeah, artists in general.
Artistes.
Mm-hmm.
Jess is on
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
yeah.
Jess
Tarantino.
Jess Tarantino go crazy.
I love Jess.
Jess is hard, very talented.
When I went to Lincoln for one semester, Jess is the only friend I still have from Lincoln.
Wow.
Yeah, we were in the same Spanish class. Yep.
Say something in Spanish.
Sí. I got
Talk about give us 3 minutes, man.
in Spanish.
No, nigga.
Oh.
Give us 3 minutes of your comedy. You know what you give? You fuck a lot of white girls. Nah, I'm not saying that you don't, get down with the sisters at all. You feel me? You love our Nubian queens, but
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've yeah, white girls.
I'm just stereotyping you, bro.
No,
you can stereotype me.
No, it's you.
all good.
No, you're telling the truth. I went to
We all good.
That one got you the whole time.
Nah, yeah, exactly.
cool. All right,
We just
So,
gonna
yeah.
rock with that one the whole time. Go ahead.
So I went to a lot of white. So my elementary school, Lakeshore Elementary School, was like hella white, and
Got you.
so was Hoover, and so yeah,
But the
White
demographics
girls were-
started to change around the time you got. Because when I grew up, like when I was born, we had Gunna Goes Global on here. I told him the time we were born, like in '84, it was 25% black people in Frisco, bro. Imagine that. Imagine 1 in every 4 black person, or 1 in every 4 person you see and walk the streets
Was black.
downtown was black
in San Francisco.
in Frisco. 25% black. It's like less than 3%. Now it's on. If they're trying to bring it up a little bit, and
From 25 to 3.
so
That's
like Roosevelt Middle School,
yeah,
Hoover,
yeah.
there were it wasn't just all. It was a lot of Caucasian. It was mostly Caucasian, but it wasn't like the numbers. Now some schools, I was like Richmond High. When I graduated, I went to Richmond High. When I moved, it's like 2% black now. When I went there, was like a lot of Latino, a lot of black, not a lot of. Now it's just crazy, bro.
That's a trip. Yeah, I feel for it, man.
So when
My
you was
parents-
coming up, it wasn't a lot of. Hoover was not. How do I say it? Urban.
Nope. I mean, it was diverse in ways, but it was definitely mostly white and Asian when I was there. For sure.
I feel that.
Yeah. So I got friends from all over the place, but
How many
I'm
people?
cracking up about the white girl statement. All my friends who are gonna watch this are gonna be fucking dying.
They are.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. We want to get everybody from Family Not a Group on here.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh hell yeah.
You guys are. Like I said, man. Y'all doing something different. Y'all spearheading some stuff. And I was noticing. I'm like, man, who are these people? Like, you feel me? Like, where are they a cult? Like, what's going on? My question is though, like, how many people is is in it, and can people still just join it, or it's cut off?
It's cut off right now.
People trying to join, huh?
Yeah, every day. The security guard. I was playing. Nah, 17 of us right now. But it has to be like a natural, organic thing of like you're popping as yourself, as your own artist. Like it doesn't have to. I don't want it to be something that's like
Corny.
You need us, like, or we need you. It's like
a rap thing.
Yeah, it's like you're already popping, you're doing your own thing by yourself, and naturally you've been working together, and naturally you've been around, and you feel like family.
Right.
And but for the most part, it's feels like family for sure.
What's up, man.
Yeah.
So talk about not just about the group, but like, so who's in it? It's you.
Mhm.
You got Sutro niggas.
Yeah.
White boy. I mean, excuse me. So my boss told me, he's like, bro, you got to stop using N-word as much. You can, just be natural, but don't just use it. So when old boy was on here, he was using N-word hella much.
Hella.
The dude from San Jose. Anyway, who else is in the group, man?
We got
I'm sorry.
we got Sutro niggas, we got DJ niggas, and nigga niggas. Who else we got? Filipino niggas. I'm sorry, my bad, boss. Who's listening? I apologize. It's a videographer niggas. Niggas do a lot. Nah, but Okay, we got. There's a picture of all of them in one picture, but
I seen that. That's on the stoop, right?
yeah, it's definitely the stoop. So we got. I'm gonna go in ethnic order. So we got Professor Gable White. We got Frack.
You hella funny.
I'm playing. Professor Gable, Frack, Baghead, Afterthought, Just Tarantino, Jen Set, who's a DJ, Leif and Bay Pedestrians, clothing designer, Surge 2 times, rapper, Eastway, DJ Say, myself, damn, whoever I'm forgetting is gonna stab me. Ash, Sunday,
And that you guys are not all performers.
Cinny. Yeah, no, we all of us perform.
Okay.
Besides Jess Tarantino, the videographer, and Lay from Bay Pedestrian, the clothing designer.
How powerful is it to have to move the way y'all move?
It's beautiful, man. I like in times where we all struggle. Shout out to Cali J. I didn't mention him earlier in the shout out. Moving as like an artist in general is like it's already can feel pretty lonely in general, and so it's like to move with 16 other people who relate to exactly what you're feeling when you feel any of the emotions. You feel up, you feel down. They're right there to celebrate with you, either hop on stage with you or be in the audience. It's like I've had nights where I've like bombed on stage in comedy.
For real?
Right? Oh man, hell yeah. In the last 10 years, oh hell yeah. But I'll bomb and then I'll go to a show because I'll be like, oh, I gotta leave. My friend's DJing or my friend's rapper, or my friend's singing tonight. And so I'll go to a show and it'll make me feel so much better. I'm like, oh, everything's fine. Or vice versa. I'll see someone have a bad show in our group and then they'll come to us and everything will be straight. You know?
What's your comedic style, Mike?
Comedic style? I like to talk about, I think I'm still trying to figure that out. So I've been doing stand-up for 10 years and they say at 10 years is when you figure out your comedic voice.
Wow.
And so I'm influenced by a lot of people, but I think I like to talk about myself, the world, politics, my job, and then try to make everything relatable too. Mm-hmm. Race and sex come up a lot, but I'm trying to shift over to like just everyday things because it's like to me, race and sex are the funniest things in the world. I mean, especially black comedians, we go hard in the paint when it comes to that shit. Mm-hmm. But I do love jokes. Like I fuck with like Seinfeld, right? Where it's like
I love Seinfeld,
right? Like everyday shit, and it's like to me, if you can make everyday shit funny. That's almost more impressive. And so I'm still trying to find out my comedic style for the most part, but like when I'm up there, I'm comfortable. I just be myself.
Is that the hardest part?
What?
Just the like regular in and out everyday stuff to be funny with versus like splash things that happen in social media or on or in entertainment.
Yeah,
where like everybody like Will Smith slapped, you feel me, Chris Rock, like everybody talking about it.
It goes back and forth where it's like in 2020, like when 2021, everyone was making COVID jokes, right? Everyone was like, oh, coronavirus happened, this. Man, I was at home doing this, and that shit was funny for a while. But then after a while, so many comedians are doing that same topic that it's not funny. And so, so sometimes that's the easier. Like when Will Smith slapped, Trump was president. I'm guarantee you that's like was everybody's jokes was about that, right? Mm-hmm. But you stand out more if you talk about shit that no one's talking about, and so it goes back and forth. Sometimes it's funnier to talk about like shit that's hotter in the news. Sometimes it's funnier to talk about shit that just happened at your job today.
Mm-hmm. So. What you like to drink? What's your drink of choice?
Hennessy.
Yep,
and beer.
Beer. What's your beer?
Hazy IPA or like Lagunitas.
Oh, you like an IPA?
Yeah.
You being messed up. Hennessy and IPA?
Yep. It's a bad combination.
That is a bad combination, brother.
Definitely.
What was your first time on stage?
First time
outside of school.
Outside of school was at a Mutiny radio station on 21st and Florida Street in the Mission. It's just like small
We're
comedy.
not that gentrified.
I know. Yeah, stop explaining where your shit is, Mike. I'm glad y'all know. Shit.
She ain't never did that to me, so that must have been hella fun. She ain't never like asked
she
for
never
a
did a high five before. Damn. No, but yeah.
For people that don't know, it's in the Mission.
Yep, it's for people that don't know. But yeah, it's a small radio station that honestly it recently just closed down too. Unfortunately, and on New Year's Day it closed down. But It was like this great open mic spot. You do comedy 7 days a week, and so people would walk in there. And
Wow.
one day, my friend was leaving for college. One of my best friends, Owen, was like, "Hey, you talk like you want to do stand up all the time. You say it. You know, people just say shit. It's like, oh man, if I was on that stage, I was one of those people. I was just kept saying it. And my friend was like, okay, fucking do it. He was like, I'm leaving to college in 3 days. Do it before I leave.
How important is it to just do something?
It's
How
very
important is that? Just to do it
It's very
and
important.
figure it out later, almost.
Yeah, it's hella important because, I mean, in a weird way, I put it like this, where it's like, I want to try everything involving art so that when I have a kid one day, I could be like, yo, I try to follow my dreams too. I follow my dreams. Or I went as hard as I could at the thing that I really wanted to do.
Swear to God.
Fuck am I going to tell my kid one day if he's going to be like, I want to be this? It's like, well, just fall in line, be complacent, get a job that you hate every day. You know what I mean? I'd rather try by example, you know? So, I'd say so with Rent Check, when I made the TV show, I had never made anything like it before, right? I'd never made a TV show before, but I went for it because in 2020, so much shit was going wrong in the world that I was like, yo, I told myself when I was a kid that I would make a TV show. And right now I felt like the world was ending. So I was like, I got to get this off just to have something in my legacy here.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily the world didn't end. And now I'm sitting here talking to you, which is great.
Right.
But it is important to just do something, even if you're broke. I mean, there will always be an excuse to not do something. For
Nah,
sure.
I swear to God.
Always.
For real.
Yeah.
Who's the funniest person you know?
My dad.
That's what's up.
Every black father is the funniest person in the world. Even I think I'm funny now. When I have a kid, I'm gonna be funnier.
Right.
I don't know what it is about black dads.
I know, my
fucking
dad's hella funny.
hilarious.
Yeah. How much of your comedic style you get from your dad?
Oh, like probably 100%.
Wow.
I think. Yeah, like the way I get angry is just like him. The way I look at niggas, like
The older you get, it's just trip because like the older I get, I be like, damn, I'm sounding like my dad.
Yep.
I'll say things my dad be like, what'd he say? Not now, but right now.
Yeah, see, exactly.
I'll be like, why am I saying this?
Exactly.
But it's crazy.
I know. I was listening to jazz the other day. I was like, I used to fall asleep
Oh my God.
to this shit, and now I'm finding
Bro, don't
peace.
talk about that, bro.
I'm finding peace in my life.
Bro, I be bumping Norman Brown,
My
bro.
hip hurts.
I
Huh?
bump Norman Brown.
Norman Brown.
You don't even know who that is.
I
huh?
don't.
My dad used to bump Norman Brown, but I get a lot of my musical taste from my dad. What do you get from your dad? Because obviously you've had your dad in your life. A lot of black men. I was lucky to have my dad in my life, and I'm thankful for my dad.
Same.
I learned a lot of what to do with. I learned some things that he dealt with some issues and things like that. But like, talk about your dad, bro?
My dad.
I know it's International Happy Women's History Month. Shout out to your mama.
Yeah.
Talk
definitely.
about your pops.
My dad's a great dude. He's from the Mo as well.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yep, Fillmore.
Not that gentrified.
I did that just for that comment.
Fillmore
But,
Michael with Michael Evans Jr.
Yes, but he's Big Mike Evans Sr. He's,
Gotcha.
he's a great guy. I think I just always saw him as like a superhero when I was a kid. Like, just like little shit, like like the shit you see like in movies where it's like help an old lady cross the street, or you see somebody in distress, you do everything you can to like help them out. He was that person. Like no matter what you look like or who you were, what you were up to. Like I remember one time, this old lady was like waiting to get a parking spot that my dad was about to back out of, right? And this asshole just comes zooming in and takes a spot. My dad hops out the car so quick, doesn't know if this man has a weapon on him or anything, and cusses him out. He's like, yo, you better get the fuck out this parking spot. You see this old lady waiting for the spot.
Right.
And I was a little kid and I was sitting there. I was just kind of like, huh. You know what I mean? Another thing that happened is one time my dad was getting a new TV for the house. And the old TV he was going to bring over to our cousin's house. And I was helping him lift it up. I was 10 years old. I shouldn't have been helping. I help him lift the TV up onto this truck, and it falls. It breaks. It's my dad's favorite TV. It's the best TV in the world. And instead of yelling at me, he laughed. He was like, shit, fuck. All right. And that told me not to care so much about material things
Right.
over humanity, over different things. And so it's kind of like like as much as I like the shoes I'm wearing right now, if I got scuffed up, I'm not gonna make a whole day about it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, are my people okay? Is my, you know what I'm saying? And so he taught me what to value in life. And I think something else too, like as I got older and would visit like my old teachers in elementary school and middle school, they would always talk to me about my dad.
Wow.
My mom would work all the time, so they saw my dad way more.
Wow.
And so they're always talking like, man, how's your dad doing? Like I would always hear that. I was like, damn,
that's weird.
Yeah.
Because even I grew up in a 2-parent household, but it's usually still the mom. You know what I'm saying? People always ask about my mom, not always about my dad, unless you really kind of knew him. How was it as far as being a black man in San Francisco? Like some people be like, man, like, you know, like you had your dad, like, but like I tell people, like it's a yin and a yang. You see the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you don't like. Sometimes dads leave because they know they not ready, and you feel me? They like, man, I gotta go. My dad was there. How was it for you? Like, did a lot of your friends that were particularly black, or even you know brown, Latino, did they have their dads a part of their lives, and was it the same thing? Because in my situation, it wasn't like that.
For me, yeah.
Okay.
But for my older sisters, I mean, it was a mix. Honestly, I think my dad was definitely like a dad to other people, a dad or a big brother to other people too, to like my friends who needed help, either like relationship advice, even
I
like,
get what you're saying.
Yeah, even like relationship advice.
The
or anything
kids
like
that didn't have like dad, they would come to your dad.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what's up, bro.
Just say what's up. You know what I mean? And he would give them
Shout out to Big Mike for real.
Nah, he's a great dude. And so, yeah, it's a mix. Though. It also tripped me out too. Is that like I probably count on my hands how many of my friends have like parents that are still together.
Man,
you know,
talk about it.
And like my parents been together for like it'll be 45 years.
Man, my parents just split up like 2 years ago, and it's a trip.
Damn,
it's a trip going through when you older.
Yeah.
Versus when you younger.
That's a trip.
And it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And then what the biggest thing is, bro, the other family members, it's like, man, it ain't the same with we'll do not together. They not together no more. Like it's an effect on them as well. Yeah. But my bad, I'm sorry, bro.
No,
45 years, Big Mike and people, it happens. Yeah. It happens. We've been on there sweating, bro. Yeah, okay. Sometimes people try to bring 15 people in the studio. I'm like, bro, what is we doing? We can't do this.
I'm amazed at that story. 15 people. That's crazy.
You cannot do that.
I don't even have 15 friends. No, sorry. Family at a group. I'm just playing. Yes, I do. Damn it.
Man, before we get out, give us like, you on the, I'm Johnny Carson. You know what I'm saying? When he give comedians a little chance. Give us like 2-3 minutes of just some random jokes, man. It don't even gotta be 2-3 minutes. I don't mean to put you on the spot. I know I'm from talking about your daddy to talk about the moms to tell us, give us 1 minute of you. I'm sorry.
It's all good. Let's see. What do you call it when Samoans and black people have babies? Samoa niggas. Oh, hey. Hey.
Oh, wow. That's pretty funny. I never heard that one. You know a story about the Samoans?
No.
So the country of Samoa during the 1950s and the 40s, when the West Coast, particularly San Francisco, this is why there's a lot of Samoans in every project on the West Coast, in the Bay especially. You notice it's always Samoan population in one project. Maybe not all, because in Fillmore we didn't have a lot of Samoans, but at Hunters Point, they had a lot of Samoans.
Yeah.
They had a lot of Samoans.
Oh, definitely.
But basically the king of Samoa, whoever, from my understanding, recollecting, he told them, hey man, this is going on, and they're going to give people housing and stuff. So go out there to San Francisco, California, Seattle, Portland, and infiltrate the projects of the West Coast. So that's why it's a lot of...
Wow.
Utah too. It's a lot of
Utah. Yeah, exactly. In Utah. Exactly.
That's a trip.
That's a trip, bro.
Damn.
Anyway.
I love Samoans. Samoans and black people always got along. Is that true everywhere, or is that just the Bay?
I think so.
I rarely hear beef.
I don't know.
Right.
I've never seen Samoans from any other spot from the West, other than the West Coast.
Yeah. right?
That's
And
just
I've
me.
never been to New York and saw like.
You never been to New York?
No, I've never been to New York and saw Samoans out there.
Man,
you know what I
been to
mean?
New York?
Oh yeah, I love New York.
Man.
It's great. I did stand up out there. It was a good
For
time.
real?
Yeah.
Man,
great
where
time.
was you at?
Tribeca Comedy Club.
That's a big thing, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's cool.
like that's like a serious issue, right? Tribeca
yeah.
Comedy Club, or is
I
that
think
the Tribeca the music lounge or whatever?
Tribeca Music Lounge.
or not music lounge, but I'm
Yeah.
saying they did concerts like Beastie Boys was at Tribeca Festival.
I think so.
Is that the Tribeca Festival? That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking of. My bad.
Yeah.
Go back to New York though. New York
Tribeca
fun. You
Comedy
love
Club.
New York.
I love New York. I think it's a trip about New York too. Going back to kind of our conversation about black neighborhoods, or about San Francisco and Oakland. It's like, so growing up, I was in a lot of like white and Asian schools in elementary school and middle school because my parents are kind of worried about like
I understand
me
that.
fucking around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I think internally I was understanding the Bay Area as like, okay, don't go to Hunters Point, don't go to the Mo, don't go to Oakland. Those are dangerous neighborhoods, right? And so internally I internalized, I was like, okay, so black neighborhoods are dangerous, right? And that shit broke my heart as a kid, you know what I mean? And so the first time I went to Brooklyn in New York in like 20 like 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whenever it was. When I went to Brooklyn, I like cried. I was like, man, there's black lawyers, black doctors, black teachers, everyone, school kids running around. I felt safe. I was like, what the hell? Like, this is crazy. I just felt like, it felt like the first time I saw like a city of just us, and it was chilling. No one was arguing. It was, OGs, young kids, people saying hi, people dancing. I was just like, damn, and that's when I fell in love with Brooklyn.
Man, New York is for people that ain't been. I remember I used to say this. I was like, man, New York ain't that tight because I had never been, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I went. It's like, man, I see why people say if you can make it in New York,
Yep.
you can make it anywhere.
Anywhere.
First of all, it's like 20 million people out there.
Yeah,
So like,
exactly.
if you make it there, you literally can probably make it anywhere. But with that being said, it's just so many different types of people. Everybody within the hustle, they trying to shine. So if you shining out there, it says a lot about yourself, man. For real.
And it's diverse as fuck. Like in New York, me, you, and you could walk down the street, and none of us could speak English.
Right.
And it wouldn't trip. You know what I mean? Out here, it's like you see another brother say, "Oh, you speak English."
Man, I love New York, man. New York is a great city, and that's the thing. Talk about Frisco, like what you think Frisco? What do you think as San Franciscans? What do you think we could do? Not to say to like bring back the old Frisco, because who knows if that was good, right? But to bring back a new vibe of San Francisco. What do you think we should do? Because I have some ideas, like, you feel me? Like, I think like we need more entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like one time they had something about, do we need lights downtown? Hell yeah, put lights downtown. I don't care. Like, who cares? Put lights. Make it like more like Times Square. Make it more lit. You feel me? Like, what do you think we could do?
Tech needs to work with the people who were born and raised here.
Ooh.
If Tech gave
When
money,
you say tech, you mean tech
companies,
tech money and tech
Yeah.
companies.
tech money, tech companies, stuff for buying all these like Tesla Cybertrucks and shit like that. And it's a trip that people move here for the culture that they're pushing out. And so I feel like if they combine that shit, they're like, hey, local artists, we're going to give you a bag to do the shit that makes San Francisco San Francisco. If they helped invest in that, because right now we're investing in ourselves, which is also a beautiful thing, which we should do, right? You're investing in me by having me on your show right now, right? People invest in Family at our group by showing up to our shows. But if there was some connection with Tech, because it's like, I'm telling you, every time I tell jokes in front of a crowd, I'm talking to a Tech crowd. And that shit hurts. And I'm like, anybody here from San Francisco? Maybe one or two people will be like, woo. You know what I mean?
So Family Not a Group not there.
Yeah.
Well, them other 16.
Come to my show, niggas.
Yeah,
no,
nah.
okay. No, but I'm saying, like, if tech companies really cared about the people who were born and raised here in San Francisco and upholding the culture that we all know and love, I think they would invest in it. But as far as what I've seen, they just want to keep knocking down shit that we love to build up their own coffee shops, yoga places, and shit that they like. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
so,
So you don't like yoga?
no, it's funny. I just came from yoga too. Honestly, it's me
For
and
real?
old white ladies who I could beat in any sport. But I
So tell me about Rent Check.
yes.
Talk about that.
Rent Check is a show I created. It's about a young black man trying to find himself in a country that constantly tries to define it for him. That's like the tagline that I had to memorize because
That's a good one.
thank you. But yeah, it's based off of just like different stories I've always wanted to tell. Stunamano 2 plays my older brother in the show.
Mm-hmm.
He plays my older brother, who I find out is a police officer, and me and him have a whole argument about it. And then pretty much from that, it trails off into me trying to find myself. I'm like, man, if my brother's a police officer, if he quit his dreams, what am I supposed to do here? And I felt like in the show, I felt like the world was turning its back on black people, and I was pretty much asking God for like what my purpose was. What's black people's purpose on this world? Because it feels like shit's not the way it's supposed to be right now.
Wow.
You know. And so I made a whole show like that, and
How many
incorporated
seasons
comedy. It's only one season right now, but it's 12 episodes about me trying to find my purpose through just different experiences. But it's a wild show. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's wild.
It's wild. Like man, it has a lot of stuff in it. Like I had a horse in the show.
You had a horse?
I stole a dog. I ride a horse. I did shrooms with my mom in an episode.
Wow.
What else?
Car got bipped?
Went to yeah. My car got bipped on set, not in the show.
Oh,
but I got bipped on set.
Sorry about that.
I went to heaven, like all this stuff that I could do. So I raised all the money for it too. Me and two of my producers on the show, or 3 producers on the show, rose $30,000 to make it happen.
Oh man.
Which, thank you.
Congratulations
Appreciate
to that.
Yeah.
Raised 30. And you didn't spend it on jewelry or nothing.
I know. Hey, trust me, every day was a struggle to not spend it on anything else. But I was like, I gotta get this
money.
show.
I know you did this. I know you would sometimes
Yeah.
take a loan out, like, man, I'm putting it back in.
Oh yeah, I mean, it took it took gas to go to and from set. I'm just playing everybody who donated. I didn't use anything towards my own personal.
I ain't trying to get you caught up, man. We got to do a part 2, bro, because this is getting kind of long.
I know.
We're gonna keep going a little bit more, but I'm just saying, you it's depths to you. You got layers, bro.
Appreciate it.
So you feel me? I got to talk about the white girls. I'm joking. I'm joking.
We can do a whole hour.
I'm joking.
That's a comedy.
Right. What did you think of Cat Williams? Who's on your Mount Rushmore of comedians, and then who's on your Mount Rushmore of comedian actors?
Okay.
So you can use the same people.
A Rushmore is 4, right?
Rushmore is 4. You
4?
can do 5. I don't give a damn.
5.
Okay. Stand-up comedians is Dave Chappelle, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Louis C.K., and Bill Burr.
Okay.
And comedic actors is Will Ferrell, Eddie Murphy. Right now, it's just those 2. I love Jonah Hill too. Jonah Hill's made me laugh. Like, Superbad's one of my favorite movies for a long ass time. I like the movies that Seth Rogen produces. He plays the same character in every movie.
Yeah.
But the movies he produces are always hella funny. But yeah. I mean, if Chris Tucker was in more shit, because Rush Hour and Friday are fantastic, but
Money talks.
Money Talks, yes.
Money talks. Have you rolling?
I might have to put Chappelle.
But I
I
think-
put
I think-
Chappelle in there again with
Yeah,
Chappelle show.
I could put Chappelle in there.
Yeah.
I think, to me,
Mhm.
I don't even care, but Eddie Murphy's the greatest to me.
Oh yeah,
Actor in general.
Yeah.
Because I tell people all the time. I tell these people all the time. Ask Eddie Murphy to do what they do, but ask them to do what Eddie Murphy do, and it's probably
impossible.
it's impossible.
Yeah.
So I love Eddie, but why do you like Bill Burr?
Oh, Bill Burr is hella funny. I think because Bill Burr is like, he's smart, but he's also out of pocket, and I
Yes.
think like to be able to talk about race as a white comedian is hard as hell, but to make it funny to black people too is like, nigga, that's a skill.
Yeah.
That is a crazy skill. And it's like, especially right now with like cancel culture and shit too, and people getting really sensitive on stuff. It's like we should all be able to make each other laugh on everything.
I honestly think sometimes, like, not to say this, but I don't think like we done been through so much as a culture, as a people. Like we don't like our cancel culture is like you got to do some. People still trying to vote for Trump.
No.
Not to say that I'm voting for Trump or disagree with
yeah.
him or nothing, but I'm just like, bro, he just said he don't. You know he don't like us.
Yeah, and people still like,
I don't care, but I'm trying to get.
Yeah, it's wild.
Not to say that we don't even like to talk about politics, but I'm
okay,
just saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying me personally. I don't vote for presidents anymore because I feel like it's not at that level. I vote for the local elections more so than the presidential thing, the November elections. But you talk about politics in your comedy?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm better at it now. I used to be very angry. Like before, it was even like because I used to love. I love how like Dave Chappelle weaves in like political anecdotes and still makes it funny. But me, I would talk about something that made me hella mad and then try to talk about something else. Made me hella mad, talk about something else. But if I could weave it in, it's more digestible for everybody to understand and be like, okay, it's not just a black man being angry at me.
So you hit him with it and then you just go back. Like it's like a jab, like a Floyd Mayweather, like, bah.
Yeah.
And you come back to something. You come back to the story and you like, okay, gotcha.
Pretty much. One joke I will tell you, it's about white girls too. It's like I have this one joke that always tends to work. I hope it works right now. But I'm always like, I'm afraid to date white girls because the last white girl I messed with, she said, Mike, I only fuck black guys, Mexican guys, and Muslim guys. And I was like, bitch, you're the government.
You the man. Right. That's hella funny.
Right, but that's it. But it makes everybody laugh rather than being like, you know, like, oh yeah, I hate white women. It's like every white girls even laugh at that joke. They're like, yeah, that was fucking funny, you know. And so, being inspired by Chappelle and Richard Pryor for the most part, like, and Chris Rock too. Did I put Chris Rock on the?
No, you didn't put.
Damn,
Chris
I need
Rock
to put him up there. Chris Rock is definitely up there.
Okay, let me tell you some of my friends. I like all the people you named.
Yeah,
but my personal favorite. Let me tell you. Let me ask you. What do you think of Mike Epps?
Mike Epps, I think Mike Epps is hella funny. I met Mike Epps actually on the set of Last Black Man in San Francisco.
That's what's up.
Yeah, Mike Epps is a great dude. It's funny. I think
because to me, his comedic style, you can't even master it. It's because for a couple of reasons. He do impersonations better than you think. For one, and then he just keep telling jokes.
Yeah.
So it's like he don't have no. Like he not going like he's like Chris Rock could tell us like he'll bring it here and then go here and then bring it in and bring everything together. Mike Epps is like
Now, Mike Epps is like your cousin. I would say like Chris Rock is like he's a preacher's son. So
Chris Rock,
So everything he talks about is like in the thesis. It'll be like I can't trust the weather these days. One joke. I tell y'all, I can't trust the weather these days. What's the classic one he has?
Yeah.
It's niggas versus black people. And niggas is out of hand.
Put some tussin on it.
Yeah, exactly. And so he'll always, if you look at his stand-up specials, he always comes back to make the same point.
I love that
as if
one
he's writing
stand-up. My bad,
essay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
Go ahead, Mike.
And then Mike Epps is like your cousin. Is like your cousin just talking shit. He'll come out and address the first thing that's on everyone's mind, which is amazing, right? And the two completely different styles, but they're both very important. But
let me
Cat
ask you.
Williams.
Go ahead.
Cat Williams. I will say, Pimp Chronicles 1 was the very first special I ever like folded over laughing. This shit right here, nigga. That whole special is one of the funniest things, and it's only 30 minutes long. It's so funny. You think it's an hour. It's really only like 27 minutes
For real?
long. I swear.
I gotta watch that again.
It's so short, but it's so damn funny. Like, I remember, like, I watched that when it came out. I was a kid with my family. I was watching that and, like, Flavor of Love. Didn't have no business watching both.
Man.
But at that age. But I will tell you, that was, if that wasn't the moment I felt like, damn, I want to do stand-up, I don't know what was, because that was the hardest I ever laughed at a comedian.
You ever seen Jamie Foxx special?
No, I haven't, actually.
I Might Need Security?
Mm-mm.
You gotta watch that.
I might need security.
I Might Need Security, bruh. That's pretty classic. I was gonna ask you, is Jamie Foxx the cheat code?
Cheat code.
I mean, he could sing.
Mm-hmm.
So
He could act. He did Ray Charles, bro.
He did. That was
And
man,
he could.
I'm still traumatized off
and
that
he's
movie.
naturally funny. Oh man, that movie is so sad, bro.
That's the first time I cried in the theater.
That's one of them movies. This is a tear getter, bro.
I saw a funny TikTok that was like, why were all black kids traumatized by Ray Charles' brother?
Man,
I was like, why do I've seen the movie once in my life, and I still have that scene in my head, which is crazy.
It's crazy.
It didn't even happen to me. Anyway, but yeah, Jamie Foxx is incredible. I think he's an EGOT, right? Like won an Emmy, Grammy, Tony Award, and Oscar. Yeah. I mean, Jamie Foxx, man, that's his career, and like Childish Gambino's career definitely inspired me a lot growing up.
Wow.
Because I do comedy, produce music.
You do a lot.
And film. And I'm like, I was jealous of them.
And you eat pussy from the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the front.
Yeah.
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 How'd you know? Mike and Mike.
Yeah.
There you go. All Mikes do it.
No, I'm joking, man. No, it's all love, man. It's the Wash Your Back podcast, man. We having a very interesting. We got to get up out of here. How long? I think this is the longest interview, Mike. Oh, almost. JT the Bigger Figure was the longest. Yeah. But you up there, man. I got to get you back on here, man.
Yeah, having fun.
For real. I get that. I have to get you back on here. I'm damn near tempted to just do you again the next week.
Pause.
But pause for real, man. But before we get out of here, man, let the people know where they can find you. All the outlets, because you got multiple outlets. You got hella friends.
True.
You got hella family members.
Yes, indeed. All the outlets. Find me at Everybody Loves Mike on Instagram. Love spelled Lovez. Everybody Loves Mike. Family Night Group _ on Instagram as well. Rent Check Series, also for my show on Instagram, and on YouTube also Rent Check Series, TikTok Rent Check Series, Twitter Rent Check Series, and then follow Family Night Group in general, man. If you love my art, I guarantee you love my friend's art as well.
What did you have to do with The Last Black Man in San Francisco? What was your role in that? You had something to do with that? You know some people in that, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know a lot of people in that, of course.
So me and the main character, Jimmy, we grew up going to like the same parties and stuff growing up.
Okay, gotcha.
And we would connect on the fact that like there wasn't that many of us still around the city, or like we would be, it was me and I'd say maybe like 15 other like young black men who were social in San Francisco that were cool with
Milk?
Black people. I do know Milk.
Okay, for sure.
That were cool with black people and white people and people just from across the board, all the same. And so I was on the 44 bus one day and I bumped into the director, Joe Talbot, and his little brother Nat. And pretty much we just became friends pretty quickly.
Wow.
And then one of their mutual friends saw me do stand-up one of my first times at SF State. And it was my friend Zach Goldstein. And he was like, hey, remember Joe and Jimmy? Like they're making a movie. And I was like, you're a comedian, you might be able to help them out with something. And so for the fundraisers for that movie, I would end up hosting the fundraisers. Oh, that's I would go up there, and it was like my first 2 years doing stand-up. So I was like, I was trying to make any joke possible, make it work. And over time, every new version of the script that came out, they would bring me in to read it over and give my opinions. And like, this is realistic, this is corny, this is Frisco, this is not.
Got you.
And over time became like way closer with both of them, with Jimmy and Joe. And of course, Stunna was in it as well.
Yeah.
And me and him were already cool since high school. Same with Vaughn. Vaughn is also in the movie too. DJ Say.
Got you.
And but yeah, pretty much my role though. I mean, I pop up a couple times in the movie.
Got you.
Very small. I'm in the movie for all of 5 seconds. Okay. But it's on Netflix, so it's a great date movie for me. I'm like, I pause the movie. The girl's like, there you are. Is that you, Mike Evans Jr.? Yes, that's me, girl. You know what I'm saying? But
Capricorn.
Yeah, exactly. But I wrote it down on my resume. It says creative consultant. So basically, every new version of the script, they would bring me in to read.
What's up.
Yeah,
I need to use that creative consultant. I be giving niggas hella dreams and ideas. I need to use that one.
Creative consultant.
Thank you.
Anytime a nigga asks you for anything, you like my painting? Yeah.
Creative consultant. Yep. Put that in my thing. For real. I was finna ask you something. Goldstein.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Goldstein. I know that name.
Mm-hmm.
Ask him if his brother went to Gateway.
His brother went to SH.
SH?
Yeah.
I know a Goldstein. What is a hella Goldsteins?
Yeah.
I always bring. My friend was like, "I'm a narcissist." I'm like, "I'm not a narcissist. I'm egocentric."
You're Mike.
Yeah, I'm a Mike.
There we go.
Straight up, man. Hey, make sure you watch your back. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment. Make sure you check us out because we're gonna bring this man back. We're gonna bring the whole family back, man. For real, because we haven't even scratched the surface. We just we're just talking and chopping it up. And that's what I love this to be, man. A real conversation, man. It's the Watch Your Back podcast. If you want E. McGee to take some pictures for you, we gonna make that happen. If you need her to wash your back, she'll hyperly decline. No, I'm joking. We'll be back, man, for the next episode. Until then, wash your back, subscribe, and do all that stuff. Like, comment, all that, man. Mike, thank you. Appreciate it again.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate
sir.
you.